Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will learn about password not required attribute in Active Directory. There is no password not required attribute in Active Directory, but this value is stored in a user account control attribute of each and every user. When we configure any account with password not required, this means that user account can have blank password. So it is not mandatory to have the blank password, but in this case, if user wants to keep a blank password, Active Directory will not restrict that user or will not ask him or her to set the password, otherwise that will not be created. We will learn these things in detail. So this is my domain controller. This is my Active Directory. So I have already created some user for testing purpose. Suppose you want to create another user. Radha. Okay, and you just click next. Then it is saying unable to update the password. The value provided for the new password does not meet the length and complexity. Okay, so it is mandatory to set the password, otherwise you cannot create the user account. So when you create account or create a account, you will have to mandatory enter the password. So now we can see account has been created. So now you will be thinking why it is asking for the password. So if you come to your group policy and you open your default domain policy, you can see it is already set by default from the Active Directory. If you want, you can change little bit, like password minimum remembered, maximum password is, minimum password is, minimum password length, and password meet complexity requirement. So you will have to follow all the steps, otherwise you will not be able to create your account or you will not be able to reset the password. For example, you can see here 7 characters are required minimum. Let me put only 6. Then see if it is allowing me to change the password or not. Hmm, how many are? 2, 2, 4 and 6. Okay. See, it is not allowing me to create the password because I need to enter at least 7 characters with a complexity. So now I want to know password not required is set or not. How we can do this? So if you just run this command and it will tell you password is required set to any user or not. So I can see the output, it is showing it is not set to anyone. Every user has to enter the password and that value is not set true to any user. Okay, and you can also see something here. If you come here, go to Tom attribute editor, type U and user account control. Here we can see normal account, right? Value is something 0x200. If you open this, it will show you 512. Okay, so it means that account is correct. Here password will be required for this user whenever we are changing the pass when we are resetting password or whenever we are creating, but we can set it to for true, meaning password will not be required. Let me show you again. Okay, reset. I'm putting blank password. See, it is not allowing me, right? But if you see, come here and do something. You type a value 544. Now you can see password not required. Account is normal, but password will not be required. So now I want to change the password. See what happens. See, I can keep the blank password. And one more thing is, if I go here again and I set this value 520, sorry 12, it will not allow me as well because it says user should have the password, right? So again, before you change that is to password not required, you will have to set the password for this particular account. Now you come here and set it to normal one by using 512 value, and now it will allow you. Okay, so okay, I forgot to show you one thing. So once you are here, you can just set it to 44. Now you run this command. Now Tom is here, right? Because here we can see password not required is set. So that we learn through the GUI mode. Now we learn through the PowerShell. So here you can see Ratan is not here, but once we run this command or cmd let, Ratan will be also in this category. See, you have set it. If you want to see from here, you can see. See, so now you want to set it to false so that user will require the password. Now you can see set it to false, FALSE. Okay, it is for Ratan. Now you come here again. See, so Ratan should not be here in this category now. So this is for single user. If you are having multiple user, we can also do this in three ways. I will show you. Suppose you are having multiple users, you just need to put them like this, okay, and change the same account name. For example, Tom, Radha, okay. So first we will set them true. So you can keep multiple user like this, and and those will be set to password required or password not required. So you just have to change something that is called true and same account name. So this is the one way that I can say, just simple change here false or replace true with a false. Then you just run it for all the user accounts, and their account will be changed. FALSE, something like that. Okay. So it will be required again and again. Then I need to just keep one more here. TRUE, TRUE. Okay. So just need to check about the status now. Those are true. We can set them false. Okay. If you see, okay, no, that is not required to run. So we have set them. Let's come here. What is the status now? Okay, every account is required password in my domain now, and now I need to set these three users. Okay, to set again, and if I run this again, you will see the new thing. Why it is not running? Okay, okay. So now these those. So this is the one way to set them false from the PowerShell, and we will also learn some other ways. Okay, so suppose, let me just remove that file. So by running this command, you can save the user account where password not required in the CSV format. Now you have the file here. You can open this in Notepad because Excel is not there. Okay, those are there. Here we have a heading index same account or password not required. Okay, so now, yeah, okay. Now I can run this command to set the password false for all the user account which are available in my CSV file. Okay, that is my input. Here you just need to do just dollar, so dollar user dot same account name, which you can see in the Excel. So once you run this, you can see the result again. See, nothing is there. Again we will set them so that we can do the testing from different manner. Now, okay, it is here. You can also see the status of any particular user, whether password not required set or not, by using the same account name of each user here. This is for entire Active Directory. It will search for each and every user. It will give you the result for all the users, whether If it is set, it will give you the username, otherwise it will not give you anything, and that will also give the information about single user. Okay, see Tom, we are talking about Tom, and Tom is here true. Okay, so we just want to do this in a different way. Now we just need to change a input.txt. We just need to remove that as well. Okay, again we run. Okay, that is set to true for 3 users, and here I want to use this by using another way. It is similar, but you are just going to put your file in the txt format instead of notepad. So what I can do, I can just try to copy this, and I will create one file here, input. So there are multiple ways that as I say always, to do the things. We can remove this. We can remove this as well. Control C, Control A, Control H, Control V. I do not want to replace with anything. Now you can see, okay, that is also again Control A, Control A, Control H. Need this, nothing. Okay, now if we are having 2 3 users, that is fine, but it is good to know if we are having anything. Okay, you can cut or copy, put it here. Now we will run this, saying something. Set-aduser object reference not set to an instance of an object. Line 7, character 1. What happened? All are true. Okay, okay, I did wrong. Import get-content space hyphen path. P A why is my get-content space hyphen path. Okay, then your location of your file, input.txt. Okay, now it should run. Very good. So you learn many ways to get the value of password not required, set the value to true or false by using GUI or PowerShell. You can use this in your infra if you're having anything. But before applying the settings or these things in the production, please test in your infra if you're having, or just go with the less user account, so that if you do something wrong, the impact will not be big, and you can do something better in your infra. I will add these all lines so that you can just use, you can copy and use for your infra. So that's all for this video. If you have learned something new, kind like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.